been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them.
Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Some might say it's cold, others, like myself and my partner. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Ravens.
Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him.
Here up at about the 22-yard line. Throw again on second down. Jackson. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
On third down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Pulled in at the 24. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They are led out by an 8-time Pro Bowler in his 16th season out of Cal. It's Aaron Rodgers.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
The numbers a week ago for Johnson. 5 catches, 63 yards.
And what we just saw there was exactly what they need against this defense. Big plays. They were able to pick up a first down on that one.
Now a first carry here for Robinson.
James Robinson.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
Brings up second and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Calais Campbell on the stop. A 2-yard gain on the play.
And then from midfield, here's Rodgers. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On first down, Rodgers. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. It's Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. From the gun, Jackson. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A pickup of 18 yards. It's now 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
First quarter with no score.
2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, 1st down.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
He gets this underneath to Dobbins.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially
instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile. He stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip.
The score, Ravens 3, Jaguars 0.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball. Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done. One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover. Big thanks to the defense. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there. Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it. They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. The last drive, remember, sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off. To his running back. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on second down. Rodgers, a quick target here, complete to Metcalf. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
2nd and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line.
Short of the goal line.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
1-yard line.
And Lambo will put this one through, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Colts who have the lead in that one. Carson Wentz with a touchdown pass there. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Josh Allen with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Ryan Tannehill has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down. That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He'll find Metcalf. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
First down.
Rodgers now on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. A good chance this is 4 down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They run. Robinson breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd.
They'll run here with Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Ball carrier.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Holding offense. Come on, you serious?
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He completes it to Bryant. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dez Bryant. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And it is up.
The kick is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Jackson going to tuck it down on the option.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed, first down.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
From the gun, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line.
Couple of third-year guys, couple of Pro Bowlers. Jackson to Andrews for the Ravens first.
Well, here's a first down throw that's complete. Jackson. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 2nd down now, Dobbins, and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Ball carrier, Joe Schobert on the tackle.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Jackson to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Call it a 1-yard gain. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime. Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all. Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish. You obviously don't have a flight to catch. Tomorrow.
The kick is good.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Back to throw, Rodgers. Caught out left side by Robinson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now Rodgers. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 11.
To throw is Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sidelines?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
1-yard line.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. And he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Pernell McPhee in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a throw here, hauled in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Des Bryant. It's a gain of 8, and it brings
operating from the gun. Rodgers steps away to his left. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the 1st.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Rodgers from the gun, he'll throw. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
today's final score.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Jags, their battle to finish 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.